Are you giving him a break, though, because of the injuries?
Absolutely. His stars weren't there. I mean, you talk about going into a game and not having Antonio Brown, who he hasn't had for a while. Then it goes one by one. Chris Godwin goes out, who he loves in the middle of the field. Mike Evans in those one-on-one matchups. And then Leonard Fournette, who's become an incredibly important and trustworthy part of their offense. And I think Bruce Arians kind of pointed it out. I thought that while those stars weren't there, the star that was there, at least one of them, Rob Gronkowski, did not play well. And that's a guy that I have pounded the table, as have you, RC. Yeah. He's been such an integral part of their offense. 4 or 5 drops yesterday. And Bruce Arians said it himself. I counted 7 drops as an offense for this football team. Do I think that Tom played exceptionally well? No. Do I think that Tom was the reason this football team lost the game? No. And that's why I'm giving him the pass because, you know, quarterback, one, their offensive line did not block well, specifically on the right side. The right guard was attacked with protection with New Orleans. Credit New Orleans for that. 2, didn't have the guys in the man-to-man scheme when guys got to separate, guys got to win. There are so many clips in that football game where I sent it to our producers. No one's open. No one's open. No one's open. And I think Bruce Arians is telling us the truth. Listen, when we got open, we dropped the football. And versus that man coverage from New Orleans, we just didn't get open.
See, but you can't give Tom Brady a pass. Listen, we always talk about the things that Tom Brady can bring to a team, whether it's leadership, right? Whether it's the ability to believe you can win in critical football moments or critical situational football moments because he makes the right play. We weren't asking Tom Brady to score 40 last night. You were asking Tom Brady to score 10 points. And whether that's Chris Godwin is down, whether Mike Evans is down, whether Rob Gronkowski is not playing well, Tom Brady has to find a way to manufacture 10 points. Tom Brady has to find a way to hold on to the football when he scrambles. He can't make the late throw to Chauncey Gardner-Johnson when he's trying to hit Miller over the middle as he's rolling out of the pocket. We've seen Tom Brady have these nights where he's under siege in the pocket, where his guys aren't separating outside, and he doesn't make the plays to help the team. If we're going to continue to say that he's the GOAT, right? If we're going to keep saying that Tom Brady becomes a part of your team and now he makes everyone around him better, he had to make people better last night. Now, this isn't to say that Tom Brady is the reason the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won the game, but he also is part of the reason that they lost. When it was time for Tom Brady to come up and make a play, especially late in the game, he did not do that.
Well, no. If you are expecting Tom Brady at 44 years old to be this quarterback that creates stuff, that the eraser that I call him to overcome things, that's on you. That's not who he is. Tom Brady's the 44-year-old that when the receivers are right and there's the protection, this offense scores over 30 a game.
Right. So you're saying there's there's more quarterbacks in the league that can do Tom Brady's job than we give it credit for, right?
No, I think there's more quarterbacks in the league that can overcome the deficiencies of an offense that we saw out of Tampa Bay last night. But I don't think there's a lot of quarterbacks in the league that can consistently operate and execute this offense when it's healthy, the way that Tom does, no matter what the coverage or the type of defense
outside
that
of Aaron Rodgers, who would have won that game last night with all those injuries?
I think Patrick probably has a chance because his creativity, a healthy Lamar Jackson, because of his creativity, probably Russell, but like because of those, like I'm sitting here going.
So you're saying that those guys create, and that's the reason why they can do something different than Tom Brady can do outside the pocket.
They can kind of mask the deficiency, but I'm not expecting Tom Brady to carry that offense. I'm expecting Tom Brady to elevate that offense when they're all there to an almost unstoppable level. This has got to be 7 drops. I understand where you're coming from. Like he's got 7 drops. Gronk, he was 2 for 11 throwing the football to Rob Gronkowski last night. That's the worst in the history.
Who is that on, though? Is that on Tom or is that on Gronk?
Gronk had 5 drops.
Gronk had drops, and then I think once they started to drop the football, once the pressure got on them, they also then had those miscommunications or times they couldn't link up. I think you're missing the question, right? I'm not focusing on was Tom Brady the problem. I'm focusing on, do I give him a pass? I don't give him a pass. Now, I understand that there were things that went into Tom Brady not playing great last night. But when you're playing against Taysom Hill, when you're playing against a depleted offense for the New Orleans Saints that only produces 3 field goals, you have to find a way to put the football in the end zone and to get 3 points to win. That's why Tom Brady is there. In a game like that, where you do lose the people on the outside, what can Tom Brady do to elevate his team? And last night he didn't, and I don't give him a pass for that.
I get that, but like my thing is this. 1, he didn't miss the field goal, and 2, if 4 of those 7 drops happen, I do think they score 10 points, and I do think they win the game, and I think we come in with a different conversation today of, man, even though he didn't have Godwin and Evans and AB and Fournette, Tom Brady found a way to win the game, at home in primetime television against the team that he has never beaten in the regular season. That's why I'm going, this is a pass for Tom Brady. He can't throw and catch it, like Giselle said years ago.
Oh, really? So we're back on that?
It's
We're
a
back at the
pass
Super
for
Bowl?
Tom Brady.
We're back at the Super Bowl?
So you're really putting it on Gronk if you're putting it on anybody.
I said that this
Essentially
morning.
you
I
are.
thought that,
Yeah.
do I think that Tom played great? No, but I thought that the star was there. Gronk did not play well, but I'm putting it on all those guys. They didn't get open and they dropped
All right.
the football.
RC, talk to me about this. You saw those injuries. 3 big names. The silver lining, they can get AB back now. Which one is most concerning for you moving forward?
Chris Godwin scares me. If we watch Tom Brady, he operates so well in between the numbers now with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and that's why Rob Gronkowski is so huge. When you look at the last few weeks and the volume that Chris Godwin has been getting, he's now getting that AB, getting that Rob Gronkowski comfort level with Chris Godwin. And he's the dude right now who's a top 5 receiver in this entire league. And when you look at Bruce Arians' offenses historically, the slot receiver is the guy that goes off over 90 catches for Hines Ward. Guy like Reggie Wayne with over 100, Larry Fitzgerald when he had him. And so that's where Bruce Arians likes to run a lot of football. And now Byron Leftwich has picked up there. And also Tom understands how to operate within those confines, especially in zone coverage or when he's getting some type of one robber. Chris Godwin has been the dude to actually create separation, which we saw last night when he got injured. And so to me, the huge thing is we get AB back next week. I think that's big. But in losing Chris Godwin, I think you lost somebody that has created more for Tom Brady and given Tom Brady more easy throw opportunities than anybody else on this team has. He's going to be huge to get back.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.